Okay. Okay. Um, I'm gonna make a video about like my military experience. I don't think I've said anything on my YouTube yet, but yes, I'm going to the Army. Um, I'm just gonna make a video about my MEPS experience because I never made one, and I'm just like, might as well. And I'm just gonna keep everything like super realistic, and just make it understandable for everybody. So, went to MEPS. How did this day start off? I had to go to Little Rock MEPS. I had a recruiter in Memphis. Things moved kind of slow with him. I went to a different recruiter. He was in Little Rock, Arkansas. He told me he can speed everything up for me, but I would have to finish everything in Little Rock, Arkansas. So, which means I had to go to MEPS in Arkansas. People don't know what MEPS is. That's a military entrance processing station or something like that. Processing system. I'll put it on here. Um, Basically, you go there to. How it starts off is you go to a hotel first. Yeah, you go to a hotel first. It's usually a hotel that's already like incorporated with the military. It's not just any hotel. When I got there, I sat around and waited for the people to get there to start the process of it. I was just chilling in the lobby. When it was time for that, I went to the little room that they had set up there, kind of like the lobby area, and I seen people start to come in, like young people around my age and stuff, that's trying to enlist into the military. And usually it's everybody. It's like Army, Navy, Air Force, every branch basically. So yeah, we was all sitting in the room. They gave us a breakdown, like, okay, this is MEPS. Tomorrow early, y'all gonna wake up around 4 or 5. I think it was like 4 or 5 in the morning. Y'all gonna have breakfast, and then you're gonna take shuttles to the actual MEPS. The actual MEPS. We was at the hotel. We was at the MEPS hotel, but in the morning we were gonna go on a bus to the actual MEPS building, the actual government military building. So after that little meeting we had, went to my room, met my roommate. He was cool. Me and him was just chopping it up. I think he was going Army, but at the end he tried to switch to Navy. And then we chilled. Woke up early that morning. Me and him did a few push-ups. That night before we was practicing how to do the duck walk. I do remember that. That was funny. My roommate was actually pretty cool for real. What did we do? Woke up that morning. We went to breakfast. The breakfast was like 5 out of 10. It was below average. I wouldn't even say 5 out of 10. It was probably like 3 out of 10, especially the eggs. I ate some eggs, some orange juice. I had a bunch of fruit. I think I ate a bagel, and I had some cereal and some oatmeal. They had a lot of stuff, but a lot of the stuff was pretty trash. Like 3, 4 out of 10 breakfast. Got on the bus, went to MEPS. When we got outside of the MEPS building, they kind of broke us up by branch. They had all the Army people here, all the Air Force people here, all the Navy people here, all the Marine people here. We walked in. They kind of gave us the break. They gave us the breakdown before we even went in. Even the day before, it was like, don't bring any contraband, don't bring any weapons, don't bring any cigarettes, don't bring anything but your basic like needs. Your book bag should have like nothing crazy in it. So we get to the line and stuff. They got us all broken up. And literally the first dude to go there, I think he was like 18 years old. The first dude to walk in the building, he had like a big old, not a machete, but just like a long knife. And then the dude just started screaming immediately. He was just like, yo, what's the first thing that was told to y'all before y'all walked in this building? And he was just acting so stupid, the young dude. He was like, and it was just like, why do you have this long knife in here? And it was almost a situation where I don't think they was actually going to do it, but they were kind of saying like, yo, we about to just like discharge you now. Not discharge you, but you're not going to be able to go through with this today. You're going to have to come back another day and do this. Just due to the fact that you're the actual first person to walk in and you already like have something pretty extreme as like a 8-inch, 9-inch knife. But they let him go. I think they threw his shit in the trash. They called my name. I walked up there. I put my bags through. I was good. I didn't bring nothing crazy. We sat down for a little minute, and when it was time for us to all go in, they put us in. I believe we all went to a room first. I'm trying to think because it was a minute ago. I just want to make a video about it just so I don't like forget more if I ever want to make a video. So we went into this room. They played like this PowerPoint for us and told us everything that's basically about to happen to us today, like all the steps. We were going to get medical checks. We're going to get our eyes checked, our hearing checked, get our basics, height, weight. They're going to draw blood, drug test. And it's going to be a doctor at the end that's going to like look over our whole body. And then we're going to be able to go sign our contracts and swear in. So I did the whole process. It was a long day. So from 5 in the morning when they woke us up, maybe 4 in the morning, we got the MEPS. I don't think we really started our MEPS till around like 6. And I wasn't done. Everybody was done at maybe like 3 p.m. Maybe like 2 p.m. So I did everything. They did my hearing check. The hearing check is just like a little test. You put some headphones on and you hear like you hold 2 kind of like joysticks. They have a button on top. And if you hear a left beep in your ear, like on the left side of your ear, like it's going to be really, really faint. It's like you hit the left, you hit the right. And it gets more and more faint each time you hear it. And the more you hear it, it shows that your hearing is like, good. So we did that. Did the vision test. They did a breathalyzer. That was the first thing they did, actually. Did the vision test. You look into like a kind of like binoculars, but it's like a bigger setup for it. You look into it, and the lady like switches like the slides on it, and you just tell her what you see. Or it might have been a number, and you tell her what number you see. I can't really remember. I should have made this video like right after MEPS. But I remember enough. I did everything. I got to the end. We did the drug test. They draw my blood, and we got to the end of the process where at this point you're just waiting for a doctor to call you in there. You're going to have to strip down. Yeah. Strip down to your underwear. They make you do a duck walk. The duck walk is like, you get like down, you bend down like this. Yeah, you bend down like this, and you basically just kind of got to like walk. Just look, I'll put a little clip in the video for y'all to see, somewhere in the video. But yeah, that was kind of difficult. I don't feel like I was doing it right, but I obviously passed though. They want to check like the joints in your knees or whatever. And then it got down to him saying, hey, bro, the doctor was like, so being that you're 6'7" and you kind of have a thin frame, he was like, I want to make sure that you don't have this thing called Marfan syndrome. And I'm just like, I don't know what that is. He was like, so being that there's a speculation for it, that's a disqualifying factor. At this point, what he's saying is to me, I'm like, damn, I can't even go no more. Like, oh, well, I'm about to just try to do the welding school. But he was saying, like, basically get tested for it. And if you don't have it, MEPS will keep like your checkpoint of where you're at right now in the process for up to like a year. Might have been 2 years. No, I think it was like a year. And yeah, that was it basically. So I walked out of there. When it was time for me to go meet, it was like, yeah, you're going to need a waiver for Marfan syndrome. And they was making it seem like they was going to be able to get it done that day. And I was still going to be able to sign and swear in and pick my MOS and my job and stuff. But it didn't happen that day. They told me like, hey, maybe give it tomorrow. Because I think it was a Thursday when I went and it was a Friday. It was the next day was a Friday. And it was like, give it till tomorrow. Somebody in the office will come in and they'll figure out where we'll pay for you to go to a cardiologist to get tested. That was a long ass time ago when I did that. So now we're in January 2026, but December 2025, like a few weeks ago, actually, it's kind of my fault too, because the recruiter was like, yo, even though it did take a long time for him to finally hit me up with the cardiologist, like it took him maybe like 3-4 months, maybe 5 months. I kind of just gave up on it. I was like, yeah, this is taking too long. Maybe it's a sign I just don't need to go. Because I kind of did want to go because it's a lot of benefits with the military. But at the same time, I was just like, it's kind of taking too long. Maybe it's a sign that I probably shouldn't go. So I kind of gave up on it. I kind of just didn't hit my recruiter back. But then kind of around like, what was this, October, November? I hit him up and was just like, yo, what's up, bro? I'm still interested in doing it. What do I need to do? If I have to pay out of pocket to go to a cardiologist myself and spend $1,000, $2,000 for them to check my heart and find out if I got this little syndrome that y'all talking about, which is crazy because I'm gonna put a picture of what this syndrome looks like. I'm skinny, but I look nothing like that shit, bro. They look, though people who have Marfan's syndrome, I don't like to judge anybody, but they look a little deformed, and they are deformed. Like, it's just the truth. But I don't have that issue. Like, One of the things was you'll have a crooked spine. Your vision will be altered. Like, you wouldn't have perfect vision. Mind you, I have a perfect spine. I have 20/20 vision. I learned all of this when I was doing MEPS. It was like, you'll deal with like heart problems in the past. I never had dealt with any heart problems before. None of my family have this syndrome. I'm just tall. Like, I'm 6'7". I weigh like 185, and I'm just tall and I have a thin frame. Like, that's really it. I don't have Marfan syndrome. No, like, people who have Marfan syndrome, you can see that it's obviously hard for them to like walk or run or just move their body like in an ordinary way. But what happened? He was like, okay, yeah, I can get you. If you're really serious, I need you to stick to it. So I was like, all right, cool, bro. Just let me know, Sergeant, what I need to do, because I'm still trying to go, and just let me know. So he finally hit me back. Ironically, I was going to be out of town. He hit me and was like, all right, I got your appointment set up. It's December 16th, which is my daughter's birthday. Like, y'all seen the videos that I put up on my YouTube. That was my daughter's birthday. I was supposed to be there. But I hit him and I was like, this might sound bad, but I do have plans to be in Connecticut with my daughter. That's her birthday. Like, you have her birth certificate in my file and stuff. You can see that I'm not lying about that. Like, I'm going to be in Connecticut. And I live in Memphis, and I was driving. So that's already 18, 20 hours of driving. Like, I'm going out of my way to go see my daughter. It's not like I'm just on vacation having fun. And this will be the only time that I did see her this year. So he was like, yo, I can't change it. I'm sorry, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I can't change it. This is the day that they have. You're either gonna have to just wait for another day, and it could take a long time, but I think you should just make the sacrifice and just go do the test. So I had to go to Kansas City, Missouri, which was how far was that? Yeah, it was 8 hours from Connecticut to Kansas City, Missouri, and then from Kansas City, Missouri to Connecticut. Y'all seen that video too. That's on my YouTube and stuff. So went to Kansas City, took the test. The lady was just like, okay, you're 6'7", okay. Is anybody else tall in your family? I'm like, yeah, like everybody. My mom is 6 feet. My dad is like 6'2", 6'3". Yeah. She was like, okay, well, let's check your vision. Check my vision. Vision perfect. She was like, I mean, you don't have any vision issues. That's like one of the major things with Marfan syndrome. She was like, let's check your heart. They took imaging of my heart. They did like an ultrasound on my heart and looked at it. And she was like, I mean, everything looks standard here. It was a long little test. It took like an hour for her to do all of the imaging on it. And then she was like, let me check your wingspan. She checked my wingspan. She was like, I mean, you have a big wingspan, but that's because you're tall, though. And then she did all this stuff on her paper. It was an older lady, and she was looking at me. She was just like, why did they send you here again? I'm like, they said I had Marfan syndrome. Or they was speculating that I had it. She was like, you don't have Marfan syndrome. Like, what? Why did they waste your time like that? And I'm just looking at her like, can we just please? Like, thank you. I know I didn't have it, but I want to just move on with the process. It's over with. Just send it to MEPS because I'm trying to go to the military. And she was like, well, I'm sorry that they sent you all the way here, but congratulations. You're going to go to the military. You don't have Marfans. I'm going to send it over to MEPS. And from that point, I got in the car and I drove to Connecticut. Well, I stopped in Jersey because that drive was crazy. It was like 20 hours. Stopped in Jersey with my dad. And then from Jersey, I went to Connecticut to go see my daughter. And today is the day that I go sign my contract. So I'm driving to Jonesboro, Arkansas to go sign my contract and go swear in. And yeah. So from the beginning of this process, I really wanted this job. It was called Psychological Operations, or other known as PsyOps. The MOS is a 37 Foxtrot. And I really wanted that job. But my recruiter was like, yo, it's still open, but you got to do a few more things before you could just get this. And it is very difficult. I'm not saying you can't do it, but this is going to be a longer process if you want that job. I'm willing to go through it with you, but if you want that job, it's going to be a longer process. Other than that, you could choose between these jobs. I'm going to be real, bro. I just chose infantry, bro. I don't even care. And I know that's a bad choice. Like, I scored pretty. I think I got a 74 on my ASVAB, which is a pretty good score. And I'm going infantry. And infantry is like, nigga, I could die. But you know what, though? I'm taking risks, bro. I'm going to be straight. Like, I don't think that America is really at a state of war right now. And I'm just going to take it. Like, I feel like I'm going to be all right. So, yeah, I signed my contract today. And I'm gonna make a video of that of me swearing and everything. And I'll talk about what it was like for me to do that too. So, yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to make this video for real. But yeah, I'm going to the military. I ship out March 27th. So that's like in 2 more months. And yeah, I'll be there. I'm gonna be like really on some soldier. Like infantry is like, I look at the Army like you either a soldier or you're soldier support. And soldier support is everything else but infantry. Like if we're being like totally honest. Or like special forces would technically be a soldier too, but that's still, well, I don't know. I'm still new to all of this. But in my head, I feel like you're either a soldier or on the ground fighting, or you're a soldier support. And I watched a lot of videos of infantry. They was like, y'all been in infantry for 6 years. We never went to war. All we did was just work out and shoot guns and learn about weapons. And I think one dude was saying he was doing online schooling. And that's something that I have to do for sure when I'm in there, like do online schooling. That way, like when I get out, I could just still get like the best job possible going back to civilian life. Or who knows, I might sign another contract with the military, but I don't know if I'm trying to make it like a career. I just know I want to do it to get the benefits and to like get the discipline and to like, I just feel like it's just some really manly shit to do. So that's my plan. Yeah. I think it's gonna be a smooth maneuver for me. I'm pretty mentally strong. I know that I can pretty much like persevere through anything. Like anything. I've already been through so much in my life. And I could do it. Like I'm not scared. I don't need people like trying to implement fear into me. Like, yo, you going to the Army? What if we go to war and you gotta go front line? Like, man, if I gotta go front line, I gotta go front line. If nigga blow my head off, nigga, R.I.P. Nigga, I'm coming home to my mom in a box. I love you, mom. But I'm gonna be straight. Like, come on, let's be real. I'm gonna be straight, bro. It's Elijah here, bro. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me. Damn, my leg itching. But yeah, I'm finna leave. I'm finna go to Jonesboro. I'm finna go sign my contract. And I'm gonna let y'all know what that was like. I'll make a video on that too. Y'all can see what that was like. But yeah, Elijah David Laurie, man, I'm going to the military. I'm really not trying to make this pay. I'm not going to try to, it will probably be more. It's going to definitely be way more military videos on here. But I'm not trying to be like no military jarhead and talk about just all Army stuff. Like, I'm just going to give y'all just like the inside scoop from like a very normal point of view. Like, yeah. So yeah, more info coming soon. Going to the military, congratulations to me. Let me knock out 10 push-ups just for the fuck of it. That might have been 11. Who gives a damn? So if you're lonely